Okay, so coming to the topic of the day, that is future predictions using ML. What exactly is ML and how does it help in future prediction and how does it predict the future? Because we are not God. Okay, we are not someone who has the power to travel in time and know, okay, tomorrow this is going to happen. But we are human, and humans have a tendency. So everything related to us tends to have a tendency. For example, markets. For example, disease. For example, the logistics. Everything that we do tends to have a particular tendency, have a particular, uh, you can say, a fashion in which it is done. And using machines, what can be done today is we can analyze huge chunks of data. And that's what is the power in these machines and the machine learning techniques. So it is all based on something called as AI. What is AI? AI basically is artificial intelligence. What does that mean? Technically, these machines are not intelligent. I personally think they are dumb. And we humans, we are very, very intelligent. How many of you all feel that you are very intelligent? Because I feel that I am very intelligent. You can just send in the chat box. Do you all feel you are intelligent? Because I personally think I am, and we all are very intelligent. It depends though, because we are intelligent in different domains. Okay, so for example, I may be intelligent in say AI, but I might not know much about data warehousing, right? And I might not know much about gaming, or I might not know much about cooking. But probably there are people who are intelligent in that, but not intelligent in this. But inherently, we are all intelligent. And this intelligence comes from our experiences. जो भी हमारे experiences हुए हैं past में, उसके basis पे ये जो intelligence का quotient है, IQ जिसको बोलते हैं, that is coming into us. So if today you have a fire in front of you, okay, आपके आगे छोटी आग लगी है, कि आप जाके उसको पकड़ेंगे? Will you catch that fire? Put your hand in that fire? Will you do that? Guys, reply yes or no. No one's gonna do that, right? कोई नहीं करेगा. But why? Because you know, अगर उसको हाथ लगाए तो जलता है, it will pain, right? But when you were a kid, 1 year, 2 years old, a small cute little kid, and there was a fire in front of you, that flame, red, yellow thing moving left, right, तब जाके पकड़ने का बहुत मन किया. And that is what we did. हम गए और हमने पकड़ लिया. We went and we caught that flame. And what did that do? It brought pain to us. It registered in our brain that boss, ये नहीं करने का. Never touch anything hot. Why? It pains. It will burn you. Right? So keeping these things in mind, small, steadily, we got experiences, we gained knowledge, and today we are intelligent. So based on our intelligence, we take decisions. AI, or these machines, artificial intelligence as they call it, they don't have that experience. They cannot have that experience. Why? Because they don't have that time to live. We have 20, 30, 40, 50 years of experience when we grow. But these machines can't. ये 1 साल 2 साल में पुरानी हो जाती है. New versions come up. They can't handle stuff. So what is supposed to be done? What can be done? A simple thing that can be done is you give the experience to the machine by the means of information, by the means of data. That boss, if you do this, this will happen. If you do this, this will happen. If you do this, this will happen. So because of which the machine understands, because of which the machine learns. आप जब machine को सारा information देते हो, so now the machine can create a mapping that, okay, this is there, so this will happen. This is there, so this will happen. The good thing about machines is they run tasks fast. They do it focused, with efficiency, with 100% focus, and they run the entire task pretty quick. So that's the power of machines. So we are harnessing that power. We are using that power. Okay. And that's what is machine learning. Machine learning is basically under AI. It comes under artificial intelligence. And if you look at it, machine learning is a big field. बहुत बड़ी field है. It is a very widespread field. And guys, a lot of gadgets around you, they all use ML. A lot of applications that you use, they all use ML. Why? Because of the efficiency of ML. Because of the increased targeting performance that ML can give a person. So for example, if I am delivering such a webinar and I want to get the audience, I will not go on the road and hunt for people. I will not go somewhere and announce, okay, this is the webinar. What I will do, I probably will run a Facebook ad. I will run an Instagram ad. I will run a LinkedIn ad. उससे क्या होगा, जो लोग ये पर्टिकुलर फील्ड में इंटरेस्टेड है, ऑब्वियसली किसी को नहीं पता, कोई अगर फार्मर है, ही डजंट नो व्हाट एमएल एआई इज, व्हाई विल ही बी इंटरेस्टेड? अगर कोई शॉपकीपर है, अगर कोई ट्रेडर है, दे डोंट नो अबाउट एमएल, दे डोंट वांट टू नो अबाउट एमएल, क्या करने का? सो व्हाई वुड दे बी इंटरेस्टेड? एंड मी टेलिंग देम is basically loss of my energy. So I will technically focus on the more interested crowd. How will I get the interested crowd? You'll be getting with the help of ML. So ML will basically learn the traits of the people and then suggest to you. So AI, if you look, is a big umbrella. It is a way of mimicking human intelligence. It is just a replication of intelligence. People say AI will take over. AI का बहुत hype बना हुआ है. They feel that AI will start developing on their own and they will take over the human race, which I feel is a little far-fetched. Okay, I don't think that is going to happen because we have consciousness. They don't. Okay, they can't feel them. Even if they reach that state, it's very, very far away. Okay, let's see when it comes. But technically, I don't think that's going to happen. I hope I am right. But if you look at AI right now today, it's a very broadly used idea. And ऐसी बहुत सारी applications हैं. I told you Facebook, YouTube, Netflix, TikTok. TikTok का भी बहुत hype हो रहा है. Carrie Minati and the TikTokers and all of that hype, and ban the Chinese goods and this and that. But still, TikTok is the world's #1 application for a very simple reason, that it uses machine learning in the most efficient fashion. It uses ML in such a great fashion that people love scrolling the feed. I don't know if you use TikTok. Can you share TikTok in the crowd here? Just mention a yes if you all have used TikTok ever. No, I'm not saying that you make videos on TikTok, but at least you've seen how the app works. I use it. Okay, not exactly. Insta feed is not exactly the same. In Instagram or Facebook, you need to follow those fellows. आपको उसको follow करना पड़ता है. But when you talk about TikTok, TikTok does not make you follow anyone. It will give you random videos. And the good thing about that is not the application, obviously. I'm talking about the technology. Please, guys, ऐसा मत सोचिएगा कि मैं TikTok का supporter हूँ. Please, even I am not into TikTok much. Okay, but I like the technology behind it. I like how the people who have developed the app, they have used this technology. Okay, and how have they used this technology? They know what you are scrolling and what you are watching. See, now why I'm talking about this application, because that application has changed the game. अगर आप Netflix देखो, नहीं, Instagram में you need to have subscribed to them or following them. In Instagram you are following them, तो आपके news feed में आएगा. Sponsored videos अलग बात है. Alright, but when you talk about TikTok, subscribe मत करो, फिर भी आएगा. And the algorithm is very efficient. Trust me, you can use it once and then delete it. You get suggestions to explore in the panel. Suggestions are a different thing. That's what I'm saying. TikTok has changed the game. How? YouTube, Instagram, Netflix, Amazon Prime. ये लोग क्या करते हैं? If suppose I'm watching say Avengers, वो लोग मुझे Marvel का suggestion देंगे. They'll give me suggestion of Transformers. They'll give me suggestion of sci-fi movies. If I'm watching a sci-fi, I'll get suggestions of sci-fi. TikTok does not suggest. There is no suggestive viewing. It is enforced viewing. वो पूछेगा नहीं बॉस ये देखना है आपको, वो सीधा दिखा देगा, ले देख, अच्छा लगा ठीक है, नहीं अच्छा लगा दूसरा देख, अच्छा लगा ठीक है, नहीं अच्छा लगा तीसरा देख. It is just going to make you watch the videos, and it will keep on making you watch the videos till the time you like it. So it will learn, it will evolve, and it will keep on making you watch stuff till the time you are liking the feed. And guys, people spend hours together on TikTok. Why? Because the efficiency of the ML algorithm there is so huge that it has made it the world's #1 app. And people like you and me, we don't like thinking much. हम ऐसी कोई भी सिचुएशन में जाना पसंद नहीं करते जहां पे हमको ज्यादा दिमाग पे जोर डालना पड़े. Any situation where we are getting stressed out here, we just try staying away. And TikTok has removed that capability of putting you into stress. So you can imagine what kind of an algorithm that they are using, and obviously the human inclination of thinking less and staying relaxed. So in the future, you can wait that आप घर में ऐसे डिस्कस कर रहे हो, ओ आज तो जूस खत्म हो गया, एंड इंस्टेंटली 2 घंटे बाद Amazon आपको डिलीवरी दे रहा है that sir ये आपका जूस खत्म हो गया था, ये लेंगे आप. Why? Because you have Alexa at home. Probably Google might tie up with someone like Flipkart or someone, and you'll get some delivery there. Why? Because you have Google at home. You have this device. Okay, this cell phone you have, and these devices are listening. So not trying to scare you, but efficient use of ML algorithms, of artificial intelligence is all around us, and it is happening. But let's understand, what is this ML made up of? What is this AI and deep learning that we keep talking about? So AI is basically the broad umbrella. उसके अंदर आता है machine learning, and machine learning के अंदर आता है deep learning. Now, as the name suggests, machines are learning. So machines को हम सिखाते हैं. How do you teach the machines? How do you make the machines learn? In the same way that you and I, we learn. Okay, we have learned a lot of things from a lot of experiences. Similarly, machines cannot get experiences, but we can give them the data of that experience. So machines can learn. Now there are different algorithms for the machines to learn. So 3 categories in which machines are classified: supervised learning, unsupervised learning, reinforcement learning. Now what are these? Why are they important to know? Because based on what you want as a result, you need to apply those algorithms. Based on what you want from your data, you need to apply on the respective algorithm. Now, for example, first one is supervised learning. अब supervised learning के अंदर क्या होता है? You are trying to do something and you have supervision on you. Okay, and the supervision constantly says, for example, imagine you are writing a exam. तो जो टीचर इन्विजिलेटर जो होते हैं उसको जनरली क्या बोलते हैं? सुपरवाइजर. Why are they there? Because they are there to remind you, चीटिंग किया तो ये रिजल्ट होगा, चीटिंग किया तो एग्जाम से बाहर हो जाओगे, चीटिंग किया तो फेल हो जाओगे, XYZ, whatever the repercussions are for that. Supervised learning, the input is given to you, the output is given to you, everything is labeled. Now in that also 2 things can happen. One, you want a particular number to be predicted. आपको एक particular number चाहिए, ठीक है? कोविड के कितने केसेस होने वाले हैं, लाइफ एक्सपेक्टेंसी कितनी होने वाली है, मेरे पापा का बिजनेस कितना ग्रो होने वाला है. You want a number, or probably you want a yes or no type answer. Okay, like for example, is this ID proof valid or no? Will I be able to get a loan or no? Does this person have a particular disease or no? Okay, so if you want a number, you go for regression. If you want a classification like yes or no, good or bad, you go for classification algorithms. They have also given where they are applied. Okay, today what we would be doing, we would be using a regression based algorithm to do the future predictions. I wanted to make it a little interesting, so I have taken a data set of a particular stock. You can tell me whatever stock you want, हम उसका data set लेंगे और उसके ऊपर कल के price का prediction करेंगे. Okay, let's see whether it comes out right or wrong. देखते हैं, we'll see. The next type of machine learning algorithm is unsupervised. Guys, you all can hear me, right? Just mention in the chat if my voice breaks or something is happening, lagging or something. Next is unsupervised algorithm. What is unsupervised algorithm? Suppose, imagine, how many of you all play football, guys? Or watch football rather? Any Man U supporters here? Or Liverpool supporters? Or Barca? What football club are you all into? Chelsea? Barca. Okay. Great. Madrid. Fab. All right. Man U. Okay. Great. ठीक है. So probably you know football. Okay. You know, you see how it works. Imagine you have never ever seen football ever in your life. आपने कभी नहीं देखा है football. Okay. You go to a friend's house. You're sitting and there is a match going on television. Your friends are sitting. आपको कुछ आइडिया नहीं है फुटबॉल क्या होता है, बस मैच चल रहा है. What would you do? You would try to analyze. You would try to learn. But the difference is, यहाँ पे supervision के लिए कोई नहीं है. Unsupervised learning. How do you do that? You simply sit. You follow what is going on. If someone hits the goal in the goal, if hits the ball in the goal of the opposite team, ये वाली team cheer करती है. If that team hits in this team, that team will cheer, this team will frown. Okay, so suppose if there is a match between say Manchester City and Barcelona, and we all are supposed to say Barcelona fans, and Barcelona hits a goal in Man City, they take a lead, तो क्या होगा? सब लोग चिल्लाएंगे, खुश हो जाएंगे. If City hits a goal in Barca's goal, then we all will yell, गाली देंगे, we'll frown, we'll become sad. So you know that okay, मतलब अगर गोल इधर आया तो दुखी होना है. Okay, so that's not a good thing. If the ball goes in that side, in that goal, it's a very good thing. Everyone just jumps and laughs and everything. Then you'll understand, okay, two people are behind, so they are trying to defend the ball, so they are defenders. Two people are ahead, they are forwards, midfielders are, so you will learn, and based on that learning you would be able to comprehend this situation, this match, whatever teams are in the future also. Unsupervised learning. Now in unsupervised learning, there are two types. One is clustering, wherein you need to make some groups like, okay, these are Barca supporters, these are Man U supporters, these are Liverpool supporters, and so on. And another one is say, dimensionality reduction. What is dimensionality reduction? You are reducing the dimensions. The data is huge. What are you doing? You're trying to get a connection between the data points and you're trying to get it down. You're trying to reduce the number of columns. All right. So that is dimensionality reduction. So in both these cases, the algorithm is unsupervised. You have no clue what the data is, what the data feels like. All right. The third one is the reinforcement learning. Now guys, you tell me, as a kid, जब आप छोटे थे, अगर आप कुछ गड़बड़ करते, you break something, you lose something, you get bad grades in schools, तो क्या होता था? Yeah, I'll explain the last one. The unsupervised, I'll explain again. Let's just complete reinforcement. I'll go back to unsupervised again. So if you get bad grades, if you break something, if you do something, not good, what would happen to you at home? मेरी personally तो बहुत धुलाई होती थी. Okay, and I would suggest, you know, the guys, I think लड़कों की तो सबकी धुलाई होती है अभी. Right now things are a little chilled out. I think if some parents are here now these days, you know, we don't beat our children up as much, but our moms used to like beat the hell out of us. Okay, अगर कुछ गड़बड़ किया, you know, if I'm playing down and if I get hurt, मैं घर पे आके बताता भी नहीं था. क्यों? क्योंकि घर पे मम्मी और ज्यादा मारेगी. So it was crazy, right? Guys, do you all agree? Not agree? How many of you all agree to me? Please say yes. I like interacting with you all. So it feels like an interaction. See, all the guys are agreeing. All the guys are agreeing. And the girls, obviously, girls को भी थोड़ी डांट तो पड़ती थी, right? So we would know that boss, this is not supposed to be done. और अगर गलती से हो गया तो घर पे पता नहीं चलना चाहिए, right? क्यों? धुलाई हो जाएगी. And if I would do something good, I would do something nice. You know, I got a first prize in some competition. Yeah, मैं कोई, yeah, children are very intelligent these days, obviously. We were also intelligent as such, but there's a difference between the generations. You know, they are very friendly with the gadgets. We were not as friendly. You know, these days, my 4-year-old can, you know, operate a smartphone entirely. All right. And I, at 4 years, was busy, you know, playing with wood and sticks and bottles and stuff. So you can see the difference, you know. The accessibility we need. Anyways, so when I do something good, I come and I showcase. मैं पापा को बोलता, पापा देखो सर्टिफिकेट मिला, मम्मी बोलता, मम्मी देखो मैंने ये काम किया. So I would get accolades, I would get chocolates, I would get praised. They would hug me, you know, they would make me sit there next to them. Reinforcement learning. You understand the sequence of reward and punishment. You know that, okay, this done is called as punishment. I am not supposed to do this. But if I do this, it is a reward. I have to do this. I have to showcase this. Web pages are created by 6-year child. Yes, sir, because now everything is available. Hamare time, I got a computer when I was in 12th. And the speed at that time, right now we are working with 20 Mbps. I remember in 2002, I got my computer and the internet connection, the internet speed at that time was 56 kbps. कितने लोग इसमें होंगे जिनको kbps पता भी नहीं है क्या स्पीड थी? I'll give you an example. A 5 MB song, 5 भी नहीं, 3 MB song, a 3 MB song would take 15 minutes to download. 15 minutes. So the conditions then were not as the conditions are now. वरना हम भी, you know, बना लिए होते 6 साल में pages and so on. But ठीक है, let's not get into that. Obviously, the future generations tend to get intelligent because of learning techniques. So when you talk about reinforcement learning, what is reinforcement learning is that the things are reinforced. You give the machine an idea. You give the machine exactly, you know, even same here. So you give the machine an idea that, boss, this is correct, this is incorrect. So whenever the machine is doing something good, you tend to say, or you tend to have a mechanism wherein the machine receives a reward. You know, maybe some signals like ones and zeros. But if the machine is taking the wrong steps, the zero signal is given like a punishment. That is reinforcement. Okay, someone had a doubt about unsupervised learning. Unsupervised learning is simply, yeah, we will be doing regression. Yeah, we will be doing regression. So unsupervised learning, if you see, unsupervised learning basically implies that the data that you are getting, it is not labeled. Data is there. Okay, player 1 kick ball in the goal. That data is there, but उसका कोई label नहीं है. So no one can say that, okay, this is the label data. This means this. This means this. Means this. That is not there in unsupervised learning. But in supervised learning, everything is tabulated. Every data has a label. So you know, if this is done, then this means this. If this is done, then this means this. All right. So coming back to supervised learning, I just show you the slide here. These things are applicable, and I'll explain supervised learning also, because I think a few of you all are still confused. Guys, supervised learning के अंदर जो आपका data रहता है, that is labeled, and past experiences are there. For example, if you want to see the weather condition, what is going to be today's temperature? How will you come to know? वो weather department forecast करता है, जो generally गड़बड़ होता है. How do they forecast it? How do they do it? They feed the last 5 years, 10 years, 50 years data to the machine. वो डेटा के अंदर सारी इंफॉर्मेशन होती है. ह्यूमिडिटी लेवल कितना है, सनराइज कितने बजे हुआ, सनसेट कितने बजे होगा, विंड स्पीड क्या है, XYZ जो कंडीशंस है, all of those conditions are already inputted. And based on that, वो कंडीशन के हिसाब से क्या चल रहा था, वही टेम्परेचर वो हमको आज बताएगा. That's what is regression. So machine learning is a little different from regular programming. So our inputs are given based on our program, we get outputs. But in machine learning, we give input and we give output. Machine develops a program between the input and output, वो जो connection है machine बनाती है. So इसीलिए machine को पता चलेगा कि on 20 second में if the sunrise might rain, it might not rain. That is classification. And when we talk about temperature, so otherwise nothing is that well organized. The data is not labeled. Okay, so these are the places where you can apply machine learning. Again, a different sector, way of renting the same thing. Machine learning can be applied in all of these things. They can be applied in manufacturing. They can be using every day. People keep applying algorithms to see कल कितने केस होने वाले हैं, and then they match. If it is going above the cases that they said, then the conditions get bad. If it's below, they are improving. So that's where you can apply this, and that's how you can use it. Now the other slides are basically of the trends of AI in 2020. So we'll keep this part for the end. We'll directly start with the hands-on. Let's check if Sir is here. Ma'am, is Sir joined in yet? Ma'am, can you hear me, ma'am? Okay, probably ma'am is occupied. Okay, please allow. Ma'am, Sir has connected.
No, sir will be coming after 12 o'clock. So when he just comes,
Okay, ma'am. Okay, great. So then we'll continue to learn. So what we would do is would try to get a live run on that for code along. Now, new data set, just get out. The Yahoo Finance website. I'll be taking the data from here of a particular stock. Do the same thing on any data set. It's your personal choice, not a problem at all. So if you look at it right now, Facebook's pricing is open. We'll not use Facebook. We'll use some other. This link, I'll send you the link here. So you can just go on this site, and I've sent the link here. You can go on this site, and यहाँ पे you can just type in whatever you want. So currently, if you see, Reliance Industries are trending. Why? Because they have removed a lot of debt, a lot of new investments have come in, and a lot of people are very fond of this company now. So let's do research on Reliance Industries. Okay, so you just click on it, and here these are the stock prices of Reliance for today. You can see it is trading at 144.5. So let's try it out. So let's first get the data. So we'll just click on historical data, and here you can see that they have highlighted 1 year's data. Okay, so we'll do one thing. We'll go 1 day before it. We will not exactly 21st, we'll take 20th, and हम आज का data predict करने का try करेंगे. Okay, let's try predicting. Let's see if our algorithm is working or no. So what we will do is we'll take from 20th May 2019 till 20th May 2020. Okay, I'll just click on download. So as soon as you click on download, you can see that a CSV file is generated. I'll just open it and show it to you how it looks like. Did it open? Yes, it did. I'll share it with you all now. Okay, so this is the file. So if you see, what does this file contain? It contains the date, okay, starting from 20th May 2019. So it was around 1313 rupees. And if you go down around 1 year later, on the 19th of May, it was 1457. So not that big a difference has happened over the last 1 year. In fact, highest it went was around 1600 and then fell back. So that's fine. So what we will do, we will save it with a name. So let's give it a name. I will give it say test underscore reliance dot csv. So you can save it by whatever name you want. I'm saving it in my parent directory under the name test reliance.csv. So okay, it's not saved in the CSV format. I think I'll have to export it in CSV. Okay, test reliance, export, done. So now what we'll do, we will be running the algorithm in this user interface, which is called as Spider. I had already shown you what it looks like, but I'll just give a quick recap for all the candidates who were not able to join us in the earlier session. So this is Python Spider. It works on Python. You can see Python version 3.7, and this is a IDLE, integrated and development learning environment, integrated development and learning environment. So every time we do to download CSV file of that data, outperform the operation in real time. There are a lot of links that extract the data real time. So if you want, I'll give it to you later on. Let's not discuss it here. But for the time being, you'll have to download it. If you want, I'll give you the real time data link also later on. So every time you run the algorithm, वो real time data उठा के फिर run करें. All right. So this is the Python UI, wherein everything has become simple. Service no, you can use Google Colab. It's perfectly fine. You can use any IDE you want. I prefer Spider, so I'm using it. It's on you basically. So in this Spider, what happens is, in this UI, you will be writing the code on this side, on the left side, and on the right side, bottom. Here, the code is going to get executed. Here on top, you just have the explorers here. You can see there are no variables created yet. This is the file explorer. You can see my file would be here. Test. The name of the file is test. A lot of folders are opened here. That's why we are not able to reach there. So see here, test underscore reliance.csv. If I want, I can open it here also. So it will give me the same results anyways. So before we get into this file, what we would have to do is we would have to import the data. We would have to get that data here on my system. So how do we get that data on my system? So to get the data on your system, you would have to use some library files. Okay, you use some library files wherein you can import the functions from those library files and then run it. So one of those libraries that I would import is NumPy, NUMPY, and I will rename it as NP. So why do I do it? So that whenever I have to use the library, I don't have to type the entire thing NUMPY. I just type in NP. Another thing I would do is import pandas as PD. So these are very two important libraries of Python, wherein NumPy is basically for handling the numerical operations, and pandas is basically for the data operation, the data frames and all those. So what we would be now doing is we would be getting our data set, and the data set would be of this particular file that we have, but directly हम लोग नहीं ले सकते. So we will simply do pd dot read, and यहाँ पे CSV का function आ जाता है. So I just do this. As soon as I write the bracket, ये देखो पूरा detail आ गया. वो function के अंदर क्या क्या डालना है. Okay, so we'll not get into all of this. We will directly put the path, okay, in inverted commas, like this. Whatever the path is, we'll put directly. So for me, the path is this is my path. I'll just go to the file, more info, and get the path. So this is my file, users Pranav Shastri, and here I'll write the name of the file. So it is test. So this is my path. All right. So let's try running. Let's see if it is getting our file or no. इसको file मिल भी रही है या नहीं मिल रही है. So first we'll import this. How do you run it? You simply select and you just press Control Enter. Okay. There are run buttons here also on the top. If you want to use them, you can use that also. Right. Which platform are we using? We are using Python Spider. You can use anyone, not a problem. You can use Jupyter, you can use Google Colab, whatever you're comfortable with. All right. So the import of the header files, the import of the libraries is done perfectly. Let's see, mera data aa raha hai ki nahi. So right now you can see there are two variables. One is NP, one is PD that we've created here by these. And now we'll create a variable data set. I'll just run it, and yes, it has got the data. But in the data, you can see how many values are there. 245 values are there, 245 rows are there, and 7 columns are there, as we saw. Now the thing is, at times, this data comprises of some null values. Okay, right? Like our file also has some null values. तो सबसे पहले हमको उसको cleaning करना पड़ेगा. Can you show how to install the data set? We are not installing the data set here. We are just reading the data set. So this is the data set. You have the file downloaded. It must be saved under your downloads by the name reliance.csv. So you can just get the path of that. Uska path लेके आप यहाँ पे copy करोगे, so it will be done. We are not installing. Okay, you should be able to get that. Great. So this data set has some values which are null values or something. So what we'll do, we will remove those values. So what we'll say that in this data set, I want to drop NA. Jitne NA values hai, I want to drop it. But what after doing that? I want to save it again in, okay, I want to save it again as data set. So I'll say my data set should be equal to the old data set, removing the NAs. So I'll just run this. So now NAs are removed. You can see from 245 now this has become 244. उसका मतलब है कि एक NA था. One NA was there in this. Now the next thing that we would do is we would divide these values into X and into Y. As someone said, we are using regression. We are using supervised learning. So in supervised learning there are dependent and independent variables. So y is the dependent variable जो हम लोग predict करेंगे. Okay? Yeah, you can use NA also. Okay? So your choice. बहुत सारे functions हैं. I use drop NA. It's on you basically what you want to use. Yes, NA is for cleaning. So here, because we are using regression, what is happening is we have one dependent variable जो हम predict करने वाले हैं, and we have one independent variable that we are going to use for the prediction. All right. So X is the independent variable, and right now to understand what we are going to predict, let me show you how the data looks like. So this is the data set. I hope you all are able to see this. All right. So ये पूरा data set है जिसके अंदर अगर आप देखोगे, there is open, there is low, there is high, and there is volume. All right. So there is open, high, low, close. Right. What we would do is, you can try out a different thing, but मैं क्या करने वाला, I'll tell you. I will check for a particular open how high can the stock go, and वही हम आज के साथ करेंगे. So we'll run this algorithm and we will put in the value of today, कितने रुपए पे stock open हुआ था in the morning at 9:30, कितने रुपए पे वो open हुआ, and what high did the stock touch. Okay, so we are going to use these two columns. This is one. Okay, so this is one column that we are going to use, and this is the other column. All right, so you can see the column number here. The column number starts from 0, so date is column number 0, and open is column number 1, and high is column number 2. All right, but one thing that we would need to do is, the column number 1, we require to make it as a two-dimensional entity. So what we will do for column number 1, we will, what does drop NA do exactly? Drop NA basically removes the NA values. जितनी भी null values है, उन सबको वो remove कर देगा. So you can see we had one row with null values. So earlier it was 245 rows. Now we have 244. Is cleaning which, in cleaning which treatment we have to use first, outliers or missing values? First you deal with the missing values, and then you can go with the outliers, because if you use the try changing the outliers, you don't want to input some values in the missing values. So I personally first remove the missing values. जो values नहीं है पहले उनको हटा के खत्म करो, and then जो values ऊपर नीचे है, then we do the treatment for that. अगर वो भी निकालना है निकाल दो. If you want to restructure it, change it, you can do it. Can you explain NumPy and Pandas? NumPy, again, it is a numerical Python library. You want to do heavy functions like square root, like calculating the power of something, तो हम लोग NumPy use करते हैं. Pandas is basically for data. So Pandas library, like this drop NA is a function in Panda. This read CSV is a function in Panda. So data set related generally जो भी काम करेंगे वो Pandas से related होगा. Alright. So now what we will do is, we will try taking some values out of our functions here. All right, so we have a data set, and from that we would like to extract some values. I'll simply say x is equal to data set dot, there is a function by the name iloc. Iloc, what it does is, it simply tells you that you are extracting a data from the index location. मतलब index का मतलब number. So the number that we counted, we are going to apply here. So for x, we'll say 1:2, and dot values. Okay, so we are going to take all the values from the column 1. Now why did we write 1:2 here? Because in this regression algorithm that we are taking, उसके अंदर इसको two-dimensional दिखाना पड़ता है. Okay, so that's why we are writing 1:2. But y we can take as a single dimension. So we'll just copy this and we'll paste it here, and here we'll just change this. Okay, so I'll show you what appears here. You will be able to see variables में x और y की क्या values रहेगी. I'll run x first. So you can see x is a matrix kind of a thing with size 244 and one dimension. The minimum value is 916. The maximum value is 1615. And let's run y now. So you can see y is just a one-dimensional array of 244 values, and minimum is 950 and maximum is 11617. So what technically is happening is, you are getting two arrays, and in those arrays you are inputting the values, wherein one value is the open price, that is x, and we are going to predict y, which is the high. So किस price पे open हुआ है, based on that we will predict the high value. I hope everyone's clear till here, guys. Please type in a yes here. Idhar tak everyone's with me? Great, great, great. Okay. So moving forward now, the next step is we would have to split the data. We would have to split the data into two parts. Now, the reason why we are splitting the data into two parts is we know as students when we were studying, we used to spend some time studying, some time attending classes, and then some time was given us for our test, for our exam. तो हम कुछ टाइम तो क्लास में पढ़ाई करते थे और फिर कुछ टाइम एग्जाम देते थे. We used to give an exam. So what was that about? That was simply that you train the student for this much time and then you evaluate that whether the student has learned properly or not. We are going to use the exact strategy here. We are going to train the model, we are going to train our function till a particular extent, and then we are going to evaluate that whether this fellow is doing it properly or there is some issue. So for that, what we can do is we will be again importing a library which is called as sklearn. In sklearn, there is something called as, it's not showing here, it is model underscore selection. Okay, so it is model underscore series is popped up. Okay, model selection, and from model selection we would be using something called as train and test. So I'll just change this from, we will import train underscore test underscore split. So what we are doing is we are getting this train test split function that is there in this library sklearn, and from that we are going to bifurcate our data set into two parts. Can you explain X and Y lines again, please? In X and Y, basically what we are doing, we are just removing independent and dependent variables. So if you want to know the future value Y, but depending on what? So depending on X. So that's what it is. iloc is basically the location with the index. So अगर मैं I नहीं लिखूं यहाँ पे, I will have to give the name of the column. But वो नाम वाम लिखना मगजमारी है. That's why we are giving iloc. So let's run this. No module. Okay, sklearn. I forgot the R here. sklearn. So here the module has been imported, and now in this what we will do, we will create, now we have two sets with us, X and Y. Now from those two we'll create four. So X and Y for training and X and Y for testing. So we'll say X underscore train. Let's give it an underscore here. So X underscore train, comma, okay, wrong place. So comma X underscore test, comma Y underscore train, comma Y underscore test. So now from 2 we will divide it into 4 data sets with the help of what? With the help of this function that we have, which is called as train test split. And in this you have to pass a few parameters. What are the parameters? Now you want to split. What do you want to split? I want to split X and I want to split Y. ठीक है, you want to split these two, but how do you want to split? Do you want to make it like a 50-50 thing? Do you want to make it like a 40-60 thing? So I'll simply say that test size, the size of my test is equal to, it should be equal to 20%. Okay, so I'll simply say that you make my test size equal to 20%, and another parameter that we would be adding here is, we would say let it be random underscore state. So let it be in the form of random number. So now just look closely here why we want to split the data into two parts. I'll explain it again, not a problem. Let's execute this once. Now see, we just have these variables here. You will see as soon as I run this, 4 more will pop up here. So let's see. Okay, so now you can see you have an X test, X train, and you have a Y test, Y train. So you can see the train part has the majority of the values, 80% to be specific, and the test part has 20% of the values. Why are we splitting it? Train is basically to make the model learn, model को सिखाने के लिए. टेस्ट इज टू इवेल्युएट, मॉडल का एग्जाम लेने के लिए कि भाई मॉडल बराबर काम कर रहा है या नहीं कर रहा है. All right, and that's why we are splitting it. So basically our data is ready, our data is perfectly ready. Now what we will do is we will simply run the regressor. Now directly I'll tell you, I have it, I have the code written with me. I'll directly paste it here. So again, from sklearn only. Good morning, sir. Sorry, good afternoon, sir. Welcome to the session here. Subhash sir is with us. Great. So, ma'am, do we want to do it right now? Should we do it
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now?
you can start. You can just start. Sir will announce the name. He has got the list with him.
Okay. So, great. So, sir is announcing now, right?
Yeah, yeah, sir will be announcing it now.
Okay. Okay. So, guys, we welcome sir, and sir, please take over. Yeah, I think sir is with us. Welcome, sir. Sir, are you able to unmute yourself? Uh, I think sir is not able to unmute himself. Just Mahesh, can you please make sir a co-host? Please make sir a co-host so he can mute himself. I am also not able to do it from here. Just a moment, guys. Just a moment. You all can get ready with this. You all can just get all geared up. We're just waiting for the sir to announce the prize winners, and then we'll proceed ahead. It'll take 2 minutes. Just be patient, guys. I think there's some connectivity issue. Uh, just a moment, guys. Just a moment. Sir, try now, please. Sir, I think you should be able to unmute now. Shinde, sir. About the recordings, guys, I will be sharing the details in the WhatsApp group. I think we have shared the earlier recordings also. You can check it out there. Shinde, sir, I think now you'll be able to.
Okay, okay. I'm audible?
Yes, sir. Great, sir.
Yeah, okay, okay. Just once again, now the participation are now your session going on? You are taken pause?
Yes, sir. We have paused for you now.
Okay, okay, okay. I'll take only 2 minutes for that. Yeah. The very first, congratulations all of you. So as per our programming rules and regulations, so we are taken some sort of the test from your side. Now I'll announce the name of that the list. Those are the filters. So please just one second. I'll just open the list. Hello.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
audible.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So the one second. The first name Rushikesh Padnya Rushikesh Kalpesh from Ishwaniketan College of Engineering, Khalapur.
Great.
Second is Rutik Nilesh Gaurav from BK Birla College, Arts, Commerce and Science. Third one is Sanaf Momin. Fifth is Akash Vinod from St. John College of Engineering. Next is Amay Talelkar, Sabu Siddiqui. Neha Joshiar from KJ Somaya Institute of Technology. Yogita Chavan, New Horizon. Abhishek Gupta, Father Agnel Vashi. Gupta Srikant, Pilli HOC. Dural Vijay, KJ Somaya Institute of Technology. Tanay Shah from Vidyalankar Institute of Technology. So these are the names who are the winner for this particular competition. Hello, I'm audible?
Yes, sir.
Pranav,
Yes,
I'm
sir.
audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Congratulations all the participants. Congratulations you and congratulations the whole team who has taken care about this activity.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Congratulations, everyone, guys, who all were the winners, and you would be receiving the prizes on your mail. So you can just keep a track on the mail by today evening itself. Also, there was some issue with the certificates. So don't worry, the certificates of this session will be today mailed by today evening by by us without fail. and the earlier session also you will be getting it by today. So please do share the certificates online. You can share it on LinkedIn, on other social media. You can tag us. You can tag Lokmanya Tilak College. We would really be grateful to see you all, and we would be so happy to see you all there. The Tableau session would be on the 28th. We will give you the updated list on the group. And great. Thank you so much, sir. It was a pleasure to have you, sir.
Thank you so
To
much. Thanks for your
announce the
efforts.
prize winners.
I don't have the words to appreciate you. Hmm? Thank you so much. You are doing very nice work.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, guys, now let's get back to our algorithm. And again, a lot of thanks to Sir and Kekasha ma'am from Lokmanya Tilak College for helping us organize such an extravagant event. It wouldn't be possible without them. So, really great. Thank you so much, guys. Now, proceeding further.
Okay. Thank you, Pranam. Can I leave?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
So guys, what has happened here in this is we are using something called as a random forest regressor. Now, random forest regressor is called as an ensemble method. It is a combination of multiple methods together. Now, what methods does it combine? All of y'all have seen the movie Titanic. Guys, give me a yes or no in the chat box. The movie Titanic. How many of y'all have seen it? I think mostly everyone has. We all have grown up with that movie. Great. So now, imagine, I give you a person that, okay, this XYZ person is traveling on that ship Titanic. What is the probability that that person is going to survive? Now, if you look at the patterns, how the people were saved in that ship, if you are a male, the probability of you surviving is half gone. 60% marega if you are a male. Okay, females were given preference. Obviously, it's supposed to happen that way. Secondly, if you are a male and if you are above 30 years old, so 90% marega. Alright. Third, if you are a male, you are above 30 years old, and if you are traveling in economy class, not the first class, you're going to die 100%. Correct? So this was basically the pattern in which they did their operations. But what we can do is, yeah, it is funny, but yeah, that's how they did it. But what we can do is, we will try making a decision tree based on these parameters. So what we will do, ये जो parameters है, ये use करके हम एक tree का structure बनाएंगे. I'll show it to you how the structure looks like. So the first condition that, whether a person is going to survive or no would be coming here. So whether you are a male or female. So the question that would be asked is, are you a male? So if it is a yes, you go in this direction. If it is a no, you go in this direction. The next condition that is asked to you, if you are a male, what is your age? Is your age above say 10 years old? The yes would go here, the no would go here. And then there would be another question, that which class are you traveling in? So suppose there is another question, are you traveling in first class? So then you can simply say, yes and no. Then if you are not a male, if you are a female, what is your age? What is your age? Is it greater than 10? Less than 10. If it is greater than 10, are you traveling in first class or economy class? So based on these, you have different conditions that are there. Certain conditions are intersecting, certain conditions are not. And based on that condition, you finally get a value of your survival. So you get some values in which you get your survival percentage. Okay. So this entire structure in which the conditions are represented, okay, like male, like age greater than 7, like economy class, Okay, so based on these conditions, your algorithm will decide what percentage you will survive. So percentage is survival percentage is 0.1%. Okay, so 99% you're gonna die. Okay, and these arrows, they represent either yes or they represent no. So this structure that you have in front of you is called as a decision tree. This structure is called as a decision tree. But the problem with this structure is that they are pretty old fashioned. They can't handle huge chunks of data of today's sessions of today's world. So what we do, we take hundreds of these trees. We don't take one, we take 10, 100, 50,000, 10,000 such trees, and we create a forest of such trees randomly, and we use that random forest to guess our value. And that's what this is. That's what this random forest regressor is, in which currently we are taking 100 values and we are taking at a random state, and we are trying to gauge the value of Y train based on the values of X train. Clear? So that's what this random forest regressor is. Once I run this, see, it is running and we are getting that, okay, the random forest is run, the fitting has happened. Now what we have to do is we have to predict. We want to predict the future values, but directly कैसे predict करेंगे? We will predict based on X test. So we've trained the model. Now we'll test it. आपको training दे दिया. Last में we will give you a competition through which we will test that are you able to digest these skill sets or no. So you can see now there is a data set that is created, that is y_pred, wherein predicted values are stored. I will show you the data set right now and we'll check it out whether these values are coming right or no. So technically what we have done, we have tried predicting these values. ये test की जो values है, we have tried predicting these with our variable, with our model, and we've got these values. All right, this is annoying. So we'll remove it and okay, it's not coming in the same page. We'll get here like this. Okay, so these are the predicted values, and if I get the test, where is the test? Here's the test. So these are the test values. So let's take both of them. So you can see these test values are the actual values of the stocks. ये stock की actual value है और ये हमारे algorithm ने predict किया. You can see they are pretty close. 1278, 1282, 1292, 1299, 1149, 1135. So you can see that our predicted values, these are our predicted values which our algorithm has predicted. Now in the beginning of the session I told you what we would be doing is we would be predicting today's value. Okay, we will predict today's value. So what we will do, we will go to Google, and in Google we will check out the summary, and today's open, we will see what is today's open. Google, sorry, finance, Yahoo Finance, my bad. So you can see I have refreshed it, I have clicked on summary. Somehow it's taking some time. Okay, so in the summary you can see today's open price is 1435. आज का जो open price है, that is 1435. So what we will do, we will put this price in our algorithm and we will try predicting that if this is the price, then what would be the outcome? Okay, I'm not able to find my spider here. Hang on. So what we will do, we'll try finding out today's high predicted. Okay, we want to predict Y based on what? On the regressor, and in that we'll say predict And in this predict, we will input the values that we saw there. And what are the values? 1435. This was the open for today. Okay, now some of you will ask me why the square bracket. This is basically the format in which we have to input it. Okay, generally, what is the percentage for training and testing? There is no exact percentage. You can vary it. Okay, you can keep it 75-25, you can keep it 80-20, you can keep it 65-35. You can check out the efficiency. Okay, I'll show you the code for efficiency checking also, where you can check how much is the minimum error that is coming. All right, so now we'll try predicting this value for today's data. So let's run it, and we have the value. What is the value? Let's see. Y underscore predicted. The value is 1461. Okay, 1461. Let's check what is the today's high. I didn't check it then. देख लेते हैं अभी. Today's high, previous close open. आज का high नहीं दिया हुआ है. This is the value. This is giving issues. Let's go to money control. Generally, when I check stocks, I check out on money control. But when money control doesn't give you the historic data, I believe. So you can check it out here for the historic data. REL. Somehow my system is working a little slow. Am I lagging, guys? Is my voice lagging? No. So today's high, see, today's high is 1460.85. Okay, so we gave in the today's open price 1435, and the today's high that our model predicted was 1461, and the actual today's high that the stock till right now has gone is 1460.85. So just a difference of 15 paise, guys. Just a difference of 15 paise. You can see how accurate this model is, and how you as an individual, or anyone for that matter, can bet on these models, how powerful these models are, how significant these models are. So it's very important that we use these powerful technologies in the right space to predict the right things. And once we are able to predict the right things, we should be able to then take the necessary action that is required. So you can see in this manner, we have taken the values. Now I told you that I will share the code for calculating errors as well. So here is the code for calculating the average error. So average error basically I've calculated using RMS, which is the root mean square error. If you want, you can calculate the error by some other method also, but I have used root mean square error. So let's try calculating this error. So what it will basically do is, it will try relating the actual test and the predicted test, and उनका subtraction करके हमको एक root mean square error बताएगा. Let's see what the value of RMS is. It is 24 rupees. So for a stock of around 1500 rupees, you are getting an error of just a 24 rupees error. So that's pretty good. Okay, so I'll quickly explain the algorithm again, and then we'll just move to directly question and answer session in case if you have any questions. So in this algorithm, in fact, for any machine learning algorithm, any machine learning technique, what you are supposed to do is, you're supposed to start with the data set. You take the data set, you mold it as per your requirement. आप उसको shape देते हो जैसे आपको चाहिए. आपको एक कॉलम चाहिए, आपको दो कॉलम चाहिए, आपको 5 कॉलम चाहिए. वो 5 कॉलम में आपको कौन सा डेटा चाहिए, जो NA values है उसको आपको clean करना पड़ेगा. You will have to clean the not available values or some outliers which are basically going out of your restriction. Like for example, the data was of around 1600 value, for 1300 से लेके 1600 के value के बीच में था. Now the stock cannot be of a price of 16,000. So if you in your data set there is some 16,000 that is there, मतलब वो error है, मतलब वो कुछ तो एक zero किसी ने ज़्यादा डाल दिया है. Okay, so you have to change those. You have to get the average value, or you have to get the some way you have to change those values there. So you have to clean your data. You have to structure it as per your model requires it. Once that is done, एक बार वो हो गया, तो आप वो data को दो part में divide करोगे. One is for training your model, the other one is for testing. Okay, आप model को train करोगे, आप model को test करोगे. Once that is done, you take real world data, apply these steps, run your model, and then check the output. So see guys, what I personally believe is what we should refer on YouTube to learn ML and algorithm. Guys, if you all are interested, we have like a 12-hour course in which we are covering majority of the algorithm hands-on. Okay, it's going to start in the coming week. The link would be shared on the feedback form as well, and you can get in touch with me also directly. So we would be covering a lot of algorithms from the basic, like we covered this, and it is going to be purely hands-on. मतलब उसके अंदर I don't like theory myself. I believe that if you are learning something, उसको apply कैसे करना है, वो आपको आना चाहिए. Because if you don't know that, then it's no point of learning something. Can random forest regressor ensemble learning used to classify? Yes, you can. There is a random forest classifier also. So random forest can be, it is a supervised learning technique, and it has a classifier as well as a regressor. All right. So these are the two things that random forest can do. And I will be giving you a quiz for today also. For today's session also, there is a prize money, and we will tell you. There are a lot of channels if you want to refer. You can just YouTube it, and you'll get a lot of channels. So that's also fine. It's on you basically. But whatever you do, guys, आप जो भी करो, जहाँ से भी आप पढ़ाई कर रहे हो, please make sure that it is hands-on. Okay, whether you're joining me or you're joining somewhere else, make sure it is hands-on. Okay, because hands-on is the need of the hour. If you don't do it hands-on, अगर खाली theory, अगर आज के session में मैं खाली theory PPT कर देता, so you would not even listen to me. Half of the crowd would have already gone, right? So make sure that all the things are hands-on. We will be sharing a feedback link. Team Fiesta, please share the feedback link, guys. So fellows, please fill in the feedback form, and for two things. Firstly, your certificate will be based on that, and secondly, so that we can also improve in case if we missed out something, we can do it. What values does train variable have? For this particular data set, train variable has floating point value, numeric values. Can you explain importance of error calculation? Why is your grade important? आप जब एग्जाम देते हो तो आपका ग्रेड क्यों इंपॉर्टेंट होता है? So that people can know, okay, that you either know stuff, and in case if you know, till what extent till you know, right? So for that it is reason. Possibly till what time we will get today's session in YouTube? By probably tomorrow evening, this session would be uploaded on YouTube. Okay, right. Which criteria is follow for training data and test data? It's again totally experimental based. You have to experiment. आपको experiment करना पड़ेगा. 80, 20, 30, 40. आपको खुद से experiment करके फिर आप check कर सकते हो. Because if you don't experiment, then the data set varies. तो आपको check करना पड़ेगा किसमें सबसे कम error है. Then you can select. What were the parameters? Random state and estimators. Yeah. So I showed you the tree diagram. That was one tree. N estimators matlab how many such trees are you taking? So we took 100 trees. You can take 1,000. You can take 10,000. After a particular time, the accuracy becomes stagnant. So that's why we generally take between 100 and 500. उससे ज़्यादा लेके कोई मतलब नहीं है. Can you explain X data and Y data set lines? X data is basically the open price for a particular day. क्या price पे open हुआ था? And Y data is basically the high of that particular day. So from starting at suppose say 1435, कितना high गया? So that's what we are trying to predict. How to calculate percentage accuracy for our model? There are other accuracy calculation techniques. If you want, I'll share it to you later on. Right now it's a big thing, so I don't want to share it here. But percentage accuracy can be definitely calculated. You can yourself calculate right now also. If you see 24 is our accuracy, the RMS value. So RMS को अगर आप average stock value से divide करोगे, so you can see the percentage change that is happening. Python versus R, which is efficient? Good question. Generally, I am a fan of R. I love R. So if you ask me, I feel R is better. But it depends on what company you're working for, what tools they're using. So it's on basically the company. Both are pretty good. Both are pretty good. What is random state 0? Random state 5? How? See, random state 0 का मतलब ये होता है that we want a random state. So right now, वो जो trees बन रहे थे, should they happen in sequence? Like for example, 100 trees है. So from 1 to 100, 101 to 102, 103 to 104. Do you want it in a sequence or you want it randomly? So we wanted it randomly. Can we automate and fine tune? Yes, you can automate and fine tune it. Random state, I just mentioned it. Are we going to visualize? Maybe using, yes. I will show you the graph also. How to determine accuracy of a model in terms of percentage. Again, I shared that. You can just divide it with the average percentage of the stock. How AutoML is different than this? There are a lot of parameters. Right now, I don't want to get into that. So we'll talk about it later on. If you want, we can have a different session on that later. So can you share the previous lectures link? Sure. Team Fiesta, please share the links. Rahul, Mahesh, please do that. Please show one example of unsupervised. Right now, guys, there's not enough time. I would have showed you unsupervised, but right now there's no time. So if you want later on, probably we'll have one more session. If you want, we can plan it out. And in case if you want to learn in depth, then you can obviously enroll for other courses with us. But unsupervised is also pretty similar. The steps are also similar. Khali algorithm change ho jata hai. Okay, so you can go for any clustering method or the association method for unsupervised. How to extract live data sets instead of downloading. I'll share the links on the group for the live. I think more of you all are into live. Can you name a few deep learning algorithms? There are many. My personal favorite is RNN, which is recursive neural network. There are many, like there is LSTM, there is ANN, there is CNN. There are many, but I like RNN. R is the best handling data and its presentation. Mine also R. I love R. This video posted right now. This video is not posted on YouTube. We will be posting it, so don't worry. Why is X and Y train used? So again, the same thing that we study before we give an exam. So whenever we want to give an exam, we study before it. So that the training is for studying. So once you've studied it, then you can easily give the exam, right? So that's why X train and Y train. So you all were asking me if you all can visualize the result. Let's visualize it. Let's understand how the trend follows. So now we are using something called as import matplotlib as PLT. So there's a function by the name matplotlib. The library file is there, and in that there is a function by the name pyplot. So we are importing pyplot as PLT. Let's see if it gets imported. It's imported, and now we will draw these lines. So here you would be able to graphically see, the difference between the actual values and the calculated values. So if you see, the red values are basically the actual values, and the green are the ones that are calculated. So you can see a lot of red and green values are overlapping. Some values are pretty distant, like the first one and somewhere here. So this is the graphical representation of your data set. So I'll quickly just go through with the trends in AI. So right now, if you look at it, AI and machine learning industry is a dominant industry. It is being applied in huge amounts. Yes, I will share the codes, don't worry. It is being applied in huge magnitude, and it is being shared all across. You need to understand how this works and where it can be applied. I'll share the code right away in the chat box itself, so you all can copy paste it wherever you all want right now. Okay, the entire code doesn't come at once, so I'm pasting it twice. All right, and today's competition also is going to be related to this, so please make sure you have this code with you all. All right, so if you look at the current trends in AI, these are the top trends in AI. Okay, there is blockchain, which we already know, which we've already had a session on. There is hyper automation, where in automation, I think we'll have a session in the coming days on automation. So that part is now being combined with AI. You have IoT, Internet of Things, you have NLP, natural linguistic processing, and you have AR. So these are few of the current trending topics in AI. I have already shared with you that in India, the top 15 emerging jobs, according to LinkedIn, you can see AI is number 2. The second job is number 2. So guys, all we here are trying to tell you is that this is the time to upgrade your skill set. Sitting at home in a lockdown does not matter. You need to upgrade, because if you don't, then things are going to get a little difficult, because a lot of people are now getting into these technologies. I want to show you a few trending the job sites that are there and the opportunities in the market. So if you get into machine learning in India, what is going to be your pay scale? How much will you get paid? If you get abroad, then how much you're going to get paid? So this is basically for US. The average salary is $110,000 average. The highest is $153,000. Okay, so if you get into Python, then the average salary in India. Now this is, I'm talking about India. Guys, you all can see this, right? Please say a yes in the chat if you all can see this. So in India, Python, great. So in India, for a Python developer, average salary 7,52,000. If you get into machine learning, data science, hands-on, okay, hands-on, खाली course करके certificate लिया, कोई मतलब नहीं है. You have to deploy projects. You have to run projects. Average salary 8,16,000. Maximum salary 20 lakh rupees. Okay. Machine learning engineer, around 6.5 lakhs median average salary. Highest salary 20 lakhs. Okay, I am not saying, I am showing you pay scale. It's a site that analyzes all of these things. Okay, again, for data scientist, again, highest is 20 lakh, median is around 8 lakh. Again, machine learning, this is for US, $1 lakh. If you want to get into big data analytics, it is around 1 lakh. So in short, whatever sector you want to get into, wherever you want to get into, you don't want to get into freelancing, these are some freelancing opportunities that are there. If you want to get into a full-time job, I showed you some full-time opportunities. So whatever it may be, wherever you want to get into, whichever sector you want to get into, this particular thing is one of the topmost trending things. So what I would suggest is, please do complete your degree. Obviously, we all will. But along with that, you need hands-on experience on technologies. You need hands-on experiences on such technologies which are trending in the market. Why? Because we don't want to get left behind. We don't want to get left out. हम लोगों को लाइफ में सक्सेसफुल होना है. आज की तारीख में अगर सक्सेसफुल होना है तो आपको करके दिखाना पड़ेगा. You would have to run it live, hands-on, and show it. Okay. So with this, I would like to conclude my session here.